Welcome to Hangman Tarot. Leo, we're going to get started with your predictions for September 2022. Yes, it is that time of the year. School is about to start. So good luck with that. But before we get into this reading your predictions for your love forecast, I want you to go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. My name is Jordan. If you're just coming in and meeting us, I am Hangman Tarot. It's nice to meet you. We're going to get started here with our oracle reading, some current energy, as well as getting into the tarot and confirming all of the oracle current energy. So we're going to find out about relationship influences from the past, as well as current situations that will affect anything upcoming in the future in September, as far as love and romance. All right, we are going to get started. Go ahead, hit subscribe while you're waiting on me. Ooh. Okay. All right, so it's looking like you're not making a plan or making some sort of a decision. It's very low on energy, and it could be because it's not quite there yet, or you're just barely there and you're just kind of contemplating it. You do need to raise your vibration, raise your frequency in any way that you know how, spiritually speaking, energetically speaking. Also just maybe like add some more nutrition to your diet, maybe. I don't know if that helps, whatever. Kick out the caffeine, kick out whatever it is, alcohol, maybe. Spirit. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Goodness. Okay. I'm just kidding. Real note. Yeah. So making sure to face your adversity is definitely lacking because you're not considering a plan. You're not considering a choice or whatever options that you lay before you. You need to make a decision. Okay. And this will help to add to that vibration, that energy, whatever force you're working with, and just really embracing that power. Because I feel like in the past, you definitely have not been expressing your joy or happiness or whatever. And sometimes you keep dipping on your strengths when you're adding to your talents or adding to the gifts that you have, especially the gifts of giving, maybe giving to people you love or charity or, just doing for others, that they can't do for themselves. Definitely want to change up some tracks here, change up your little bit of a highway that you are paving as far as a path, and make sure to check in with oneself and to deal with those matters. We'll really confirm through this tarot reading, so you'll get a little bit more of an answer on that. We're going to find out some zodiac signs. So we're going to find out about the past influences first. And again, this is just a sweet, short, little, love reading. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, Leo, I think I can feel you. Here we are. Got our Ace of Wands, Queen of Water, and that is in a reverse. So in the past, an opportunity as far as you putting action into something work-wise, this could be something that you're very passionate about, something that you really love to do. So it doesn't necessarily feel like love, but it you had to put your all in it. You had to put creativity into it. And it was a very, very new beginning, very new start. And it could have been a restart or revamp on something that you've already been dealing with. You were dealing with some sort of a water sign who was less than loving. Jeez. Okay, so they were very passive, pretty negative. They would, get very cold, and they did not know how to communicate. They still don't know how to communicate, especially when it comes to emotional giving or emotional maturity. It's just like not their thing or not their forte. That might be one of the reasons that you're not actually discussing shit with them or expressing anything with them back and forth, is because of the intensity that would come from them and their mouth. I mean, it was just a yada, 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 yada. Kind of like me, but like me. Okay. Yes, definitely. I feel like what influenced the situation, this is so weird. This is just like cancers. What kind of influenced you kind of sticking around and really trying to hang in there is that you have kids with this person, or it's because you're like feeling a little bit of pity, or, you're so sensitive and you feel everything and you're like, well, I feel bad, so I'll just stay. It'll be fine. I'll emotionally try to hold everything that they can't. I'll hold it. Like, let's do this. So I just, I want to be with this person. I don't want to walk away and have to feel bad about it. Well, little did you know that the fairness or the law or some sort of truth was going to come for you. Okay. Now, I do feel like you definitely resisted this. So it was something that you kind of ignored. You probably didn't accept papers for, maybe because it's definitely dealing with legal stuff. So I feel like no matter what it was that this person was trying to do, maybe divorce you, this could have been because they wanted to serve you with papers on anything legal wise. You just were not having it. You were like, no, no, no. And you like run off, tinker away. But eventually, you know, I'm sure it caught up to you. But what is the likely outcome of that situation? Or just even karma? I mean, shit. Okay. So the likely outcome of this scenario is that you definitely withdrew from the situation. You withdrew from even the legal part of it. You didn't want to deal with it. Okay. And you kind of got stuck in that. You got stuck in the solitude of it. But that definitely came to an ending. You recovered, and now you find freedom, not only in coming out of that hermit energy and, you know, stop being depressed, stop being isolated, but you find freedom in the fact that you feel very experienced or accomplished when it comes to this legal thing too. So there's an independence from that also. I definitely feel like there's recovery from it. Okay. Let's find out what's going on currently, Leo. I want to know what's going on. All right, here we go. So currently, or your most current situation, anything to influence your upcoming September, is going to be an earth sign or okay, for sure. Okay, so I feel like whoever this person is definitely is structured. They're very stable. They might be too rigid sometimes. They're not extravagant enough, probably. They probably hold on to their coins, their money bag. They definitely will sit on just a trunk full of gold, if you will, okay, and sit and just hang out as they, you know, control themselves. So I feel like, though, whoever this person is, the stability or the safety, it was definitely manifested. You definitely manifested somebody that would be like that. It was like that in comparison to your last dealings. Okay. So this person's really grounded. It was just a really nice situation. Okay. It did come to an ending of some kind, a nice balanced ending. Only because I have to say, it doesn't surprise me that you were flirty with something or somebody else. And that is the influences on this situation. So I feel like, I know you're very charismatic, and I know that you're excited and you're passion fueled and you got a lot of action in you, and you're just like hot and bothered or something. Inspirational, innovation. I mean, talk about action and energy and heat. That is you. But you did get caught up in it. You got caught up in the flirting and, you know, the passion for others or multiples. And it came to an ending. Okay. So the likely outcome of that situation is just that there was too many choices and you didn't want to make a choice, so you utilized them all. Almost fell. Okay. Yeah, because likely outcome is definitely that it's almost like if you were to kind of like analyze the situation, you would understand that you were overthinking the process. You're procrastinating when you should have done something about it in that moment, and you did not. Okay, so it's definitely these choices were just kind of sitting on the shelf waiting for you. And a couple of them were like, well, fuck this. And they left the building, you know? So, I mean, of course, this person was not going to hang out. They were over it too. Definitely not. I feel like it definitely brought in some sort of awareness for you. I feel like when you look back on it, all the information or the learning tool that you took from it was that there is consequences and that you can be aware of these things. And next time, maybe have a little caution, or maybe put some action into the right specific places at the right time and not make them wait on the shelf like expired milk. Okay. Let's find out what is going on in September. Let me get my shuffles in. You guys like the sound, don't you? Ew, my fan's in my room. Ugh. I think fans make my room look hideous. Like I have to have a fan in the room, but it's just hideous. Okay, so what do we got upcoming in September here for Leo? What the universe allows us and needs us to know. What can we tell Leo? I feel like just such tension in your relationships, you know, and it's almost like an added bonus because after a while you start looking at it and you're like, okay, I can learn from this, and hopefully you can intensify the relationships in the right direction. We've got a 3 of Pentacles, Eagle card reverse, 9 of Water, and that's in reverse too. So you could be dealing with water sign or an earth sign, or maybe in specific that other earth sign. So whatever this is, there is no growth. There's lack of change. It's almost like you're not recognizing this individual while you're in the relationship, okay? And I think the conflict here is definitely some sort of dependency, or it could be dependency on the person or an addictions. It could be an allusion to what it isn't. You could be in love with the idea of love and not really be in love with this person. So I feel like just the exterior or the ego is in control of this situation currently, or in upcoming September, currently. So the idea here is that some of the influence that are surrounding this is that, yes, you have dreams, you have wishes, you have wants, and they can be fulfilled. Absolutely. But I feel like any accomplishment or feeling fulfilled in that, you keep blowing it. You keep blowing it into the wind. It's withering away every single time you're dating somebody because you're so hell-bent on being the flirtiest flirt, or, you know, the most girls on my chat, or I have the most girls on my dating app, or whatever you're doing, you're blowing it. Okay. All of this happiness that you're wishing for, you're fucking blowing it. You are. Yeah. Likely outcome. I can't make this up. Okay. Yeah. So coming into an end here is, yes, I know that you're stressed, you're tired, you feel like exhausted, foggy. There's definitely some sort of just you've been up all night kind of vibe, but it is coming to an ending. Okay. It's definitely coming to an ending, and it's going to bring something a lot more spiritual or maybe inspirational. Even I think it's something that you'll be able to communicate. So in September, like the outcome is finding somebody who is a little bit younger than you. You might not straight away get involved or deal with this person. They're very outspoken. They're very honest. They're very to the point. And this is something they're learning how to do constantly. They're like a communicator. And I feel like you're definitely going to sit back and allow that to happen. And this person does have pure intentions. And I feel like that they would be willing to nurture this relationship. I just think the age thing's going to bother you. Let me get one more card, see what's going on. Okay. Yeah. So it's like the age thing must really, really bother you, because you are going to put that to the progress or planning anything with this person is definitely going to, you know, make it feel meaningless, especially because of their age. I feel like the potential or the opportunity here is just not big enough, the reward system. So yeah, finding realization and just canning that whole freaking relationship with that page of air. Okay. All right. I got to get out of here, Leo. Please stop sabotaging your relationships. Lots of love, Leo. Please hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please. And thank you. Go ahead and hit subscribe, click the bell. And if you would like to check out any of the readings for upcoming, you're going to click the bell so that it gives you notifications. And if I think up to 2, I do it. 2 or 3, at least a day usually. If that doesn't bother you too much, then go ahead and click that. Share, like, and follow on your social media. And go check out my social media. And you can get a hold of me there for any requests or any questions. And you can also leave it in the comment section. Other than that, Leo, we'll see you next month. Enjoy the rest of this month.